Hello, everyone, and welcome. Of course, I am the Bleed Father, also known as Kiltman. I am solo today. Mikey is out for the evening. He's taking care of some stuff. He has to submit some plans for his job. And unfortunately, Papa also won't be here until later tonight when we do CMLL. Also, just realized my graphics haven't loaded. Where the heck did they go? Where? Hello! Give me 2 seconds. I just realized I am missing something. Where did it go? I had it. There is my... it's fun. I had slides. I don't know what happened to the slides. Let me see if I can find them. My slides are MIA. But that's okay. I'll wing it, I guess. I'm going to text Mikey to tell him, so that way he is aware. Hold on. I might be... No, that's not it. Where did it go? It's not quite a live stream if you don't have technical problems. Usually it's Mikey with the tech issues. Man, I want to be able to go over everything in detail, and it's like frustrating that I can't show you things. So bear with me for like 2 minutes. Let me see if I can figure out what went wrong. There's notes. That's something else. I'm gonna sing to you a little bit. But anywho, tonight we're here to talk about NXT, which I love. It's a great show. It's a great time. I have an amazing opportunity to get the chance to go and see it a lot. It's always stunning. It's always a great time to get a chance to go to the PC and or the Performance Center for those who are unaware, and get to sit in the audience. I don't know how really else to feel it. It's such closeness. Like literally at one point I had a wrestler in my lap. Almost literally, I will say. She was on the floor next to me, but still, it was great. It's something I wish everyone could experience. It's one of the only reasons I don't want to move away from where I live currently. So let's talk about what happened last night in no particular order. We get in, music kicks off, and out comes our new NXT Men's Champion, Joe Hendry. And he starts cutting the promo, talking about how great how he's so each moment has been a stepping stone, has been a step in his continued evolution, of becoming, where he's at and where he's going. And he's just, going bit by bit. I'm sorry. I keep looking to see if Mikey answered my text, but yeah, sorry. My brain can be very, very stupid. Sorry, I'm digging through things. I get distracted relatively easy, and I see, ooh, look, shiny. Let me go look at that and see if that's there. It's not there. Okay, cool. Well, I lost it. Anyway, moving on, because, that's what we do. We move on. No, I will not say that. Anyway, as I was saying, so Joe Hendry comes out, cuts some promo. Vanity Project comes out to run their mouths, admit that they were the ones who jumped them, and blah, blah, blah. And then sorry. That didn't happen just yet. So, then they're running their mouth. And so, they attack him with 3-on-1. And so they basically get a championship match set for later that night. The dude his name is, I can't remember off the top of my head because my brain is full of stuff. And then, one dude got smacked, another one got shoved, and then the dude she kicked in the balls got Sparta kicked into the barricade. And Blake Monroe basically climbed up into the audience and to get away and run away. We all know Jada don't play. Miss Parker is going to whoop some ass, and it's going to be great, and I'm loving it, because I wanted her to come back and, have a cool, chill time, and then they decided to bring Blake into this, and Blake Monroe, I believe, is still trying to find that character, and they just let Jada go full whooping. And then, let's see, what else is there? I keep trying to remember every single moment of the night, because there's a lot. There was a random moment in the speed match, right before the speed match. A random guy in a mask shows up and just sits down in the front row behind Vic and Booker. And it's like, what's going on here? They put a spotlight on him. They put a red and white spotlight on him. They get a good zoom in on his face. I haven't seen the broadcast version of it, so I'm going to have to go back and watch and see what it is. But it was weird, to say the least. Shit. Dummy. There we are. Hey, look, there I am, right there. If you look at right around Joe Hendry's forehead, do I have a way to highlight? Oh, please tell me I have no, I don't. Yeah, you can see me right there. Hey, yeah, he's a dick. I don't like him. I do not like the way they're bringing out Keanu Carver. It's just, it's not cool. I think it's very stereotypical. And it's not like a good stereotype. It's just the angry black man stick doesn't really, or shtick whatever. I don't like it. I think this guy, hi Kifo, I see you lurking. You bottom. Anyway, anywho, the angry black man shtick doesn't do this man justice. I think he has a great potential to be an amazing powerhouse wrestler, but he doesn't need this. I'm going to beat everybody up and just be angry all the time because of X, Y, and Z. And it frustrates me because I feel like he's being shoehorned into this stereotype and he can't like grow. I love you too, Kifo. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, so he wants a match for the title instead of this dickhead. Anyway, and I think I'm trying to remember if it's next week or something like that. But no. He goes in and just wrecks the entire locker room a little bit later. So, this was what's next? Oh, fuck that. This was a good match. It felt very Blake-sided or one-sided towards Blake for like the first half of the match, maybe the first 2/3 of the match. Sorry, I put the Kofi page down just because if you're on Twitch, you'll see it posted a lot, but everyone else doesn't get to see that. That's helps us pay the bills. It helps us keep it active. It helps Mikey get a new fucking internet connection because dear everything he needs it. And donate what you can when you can. Don't overextend yourself, please and thank you. I would recommend going to our fourth wall, but I think there's an issue with our fourth wall right now. So I have to go back and talk to Mikey about that to make sure that everything's good to go. But this was great. Jada beat the brakes off of Blake, and it's going to keep doing so going forward. And I'm loving every minute of it. I don't like this at all. This faction irritates me. It's all, oh, we were born into this. It's fucking annoying. And also, I swear, his beard has to be like painted on to be that crisp and that lined up sometimes. There's times where I will look at the video footage, like if I was like watching the broadcast again, or I don't go. Like I'm not going next week because I have a lot I have to get done around the house, as well as also it's a schlep for me to get over there, and I don't get paid until Friday, so I want to save as much gas as possible. But I've looked at his face and looked as close to I can at his beard, and I'm like, is that painted on? It literally looks drawn on. This is some bullshit. This is more leading to Chase U shutting down completely, and I think he'd be great. And you know what would be even better is if Chase U came up to the main roster, if just Chase himself and brought Chase U up to the main roster and took the Alpha Babes under his, that would be kind of cool. All right, this is the Speed Championship. This one was actually really cool. It was a good match. It was really quick. I didn't really pay too much close attention to it, mostly because I was dealing with phone issues. The only thing I can say really is Josh gets more hate than necessary. Like I kind of got it like when I first started watching NXT and was involved with starting to get involved with NXT. He got a lot of hate. He was trolly a little bit, but all he does now is lose. He doesn't win anything. He's now becoming there to be put other people over, and I feel like his character is just there to be hated for no reason, and it's not great. I think it's Eli Knight. Dude on the left picks up the win. I remember his name's Eli. I just can't remember. Hold on. It's for this very reason I was texting Mikey all throughout the show last night. Tatum, between this and the fucking last slide, had a good promo. Yeah, Josh Graves or Josh something like that. I don't remember. My names get stupid. Yeah, so when Eli wins, LaFleur jumps into the ring to congratulate him on his win and say, hey, I'll see you next week or whenever. And then what's his face for the current Speed champion jumps in and just beats the crap out of both of them. I'm like, that was kind of why. And then they replaced the barricade that the dude got Sparta kicked through. I'm reading my notes. It's like, huh. And then Bland Steak comes out and starts talking. The Colling comes out. They stand on. I need to switch slides. I keep doing that. Yep. See, there he is. The floor's down here. And then we get this piece about Lola Vice, who gets attacked again by Kiana. I think it was Kiana. For honestly, now it's starting to become no reason. It's kind of stupid. But Lola Vice just became the mixed tag champion over in AAA, which is great. And here's what I said: Kiana Carver taking out a lot of the locker room for little to no reason. And what? Oh, hold on. Oh, yeah. So there's a piece missing between these slides, I think. So before we get to this guy, Dark State comes out, or as I call him, Bland State, because they're boring as shit. They come out and they start running their mouth. Colleen comes out on top of the grand fucking thing in the corner. I don't know what the heck they want to call it. They start cutting a promo, and then all of a sudden this dude just walks by me. You a big guy? I'm like, oh, yeah, you're big, pretty big. What the fuck you doing? And he just walks over and stands in the crowd. I'm like, oh, that's the other guy from OTM. Okay, cool. So OTM starts talking smack, and then the Belly Bandits come out and start talking smack, and then the tag champs fight. All four of them basically, all four teams start going at it, and leaves the other two members of Dark State, OTM, and the Belly Bandits start going at it. Colleen just stands on top of the thing, just chilling because they didn't want to get too close. And then, so when those three teams are, going to town and getting dragged off, two guys are still in the middle, and Tony D'Angelo comes out of nowhere and just starts hammering on both of them. And I'm like, oh, well, that's fun. And then the next match is the defense match between Joe Hendry and what's-his-face. Joe wins and retains the title, but Ricky Saints jumps him. And it felt like they were trying to rush through this match so quickly. It was so rush. And then, as usual, in fucking WWE style, in the black hoodie, here comes Ricky Saints diving out of there and beating the crap out of Joe after he just finished the match. It's like, dude, it's kind of like, it's wasted. It's so overdone. And then my favorite match. Unfortunately, Vanity Project cheats and wins against Hank and Tank in this match. But, Belly Bandits are for life. Sorry, I'm reading my notes. I have to make sure I stay on task. I get distracted easily. And I love the Belly Bandits. I won't lie. These guys they are so much fun. They interact well with the crowd. They're just insane. And as I said, the Vanity Project cheat and do a cheap trick. What's his face? The Evolve champion comes down and takes out Hank while he's hanging over the ropes, and the Vanity Project picks up the pin while everyone else is distracted, and it's so bland. I'm like, dude, Frat Boys 1 and 2. What's funny is, I looked when these guys came out, when the Vanity Project came out. I turned to the person next to me. I'm like, did he put more spray tan on? Because he's like darker than he was like 20 minutes ago when he came out with Joe Hendry and during the Joe Hendry match. And I'm like, did he get darker? That was comedy for me. But I love the Belly Bandits. I'm not gonna lie, they're easily my favorite tag team right now. Oh, next week we have a match between the North American Championship. Ethan Page is defending against Shiloh Hill. Hold on, there we go. Kalani Jordan and Lola Vice are going after it for their feud. The Speed Tournament final round. LaFleur versus Eli Knight. Oh, I was right. It was Eli Knight. And then, Mikey, I know this is not your fault if you watch this back, but I really can't see that. And it's not necessarily your fault because they make the damn words hard to read on those slides sometimes. So Tony D'Angelo is going up against Cutler. Is that James, whatever. It's Cutler versus Tony next week. And then there's a number one contenders match which is a fatal 4-way. Started as a 3-way tag match, but who was it? I think Vanity Project wanted to bitch about it. So I think it was the Vanity Project. No, it wasn't the Vanity Project. Okay. Well, one of them was complaining to Robert Stone, and Robert Stone made it a 4-way match for the number one contender for the NXT tag. I hated this match so much. The match itself was great. There was a couple botches, and a couple intentional screw ups that I didn't like, which was the ref calling in tags went wrong. Like, Zarya would got pushed into Sol Ruka, and he called it a tag. I'm like, that's not a tag. Like, literally, Sol's like this on the rope, and at the last tag gets knocked off the rope by Zarya because Zarya got pushed into her, and they called it a tag. And I'm like, that's not a tag. And they're trying to push this narrative of the breakup between Sol Ruka and Zarya so hard. It's stupid. It's unnecessary. I don't like it at all. And I honestly think they're doing a disservice to Zarya. And the storytelling is lazy. I loved watching Ren and QCC in this match. They were great. They did an amazing job. It was a good match to watch. Just the storytelling behind it sucked. Sol Ruka picked up the win for this and is down to the number one contender. And after this, they literally sat there like that for like 2 minutes, and it was kind of stupid, in all honesty. Like, they're just sitting there brooding at each other, and then fucking Fatal Attraction comes out or whatever their names are. And JC Jane's up there like, oh, look at me. I have this. Has a hand to stand there for 60 seconds dangling it. And it's like, it's unnecessary. Like, you didn't need to do all. This breakup is they're fast tracking this breakup more so than they are the Judgment Day breakup they should be doing for fucking months now. But yeah, that was pretty much all of last night. But I want to go back to slide number because Mikey got me in this shot. I'm sorry, guys. That just makes me laugh. It makes me smile a little bit. And I'm in the shot. I'm a little happy by that because if you watch the CW last night, you'll see me in multiple shots actually. And technically, they filmed 2 matches for LFG before everything went off or went on the air. And so I'm going to be in LFG too. So yeah, that's awesome. Anywho, that's pretty much it for me tonight. Papa also will be joining me later tonight for CML. Well, most likely him and I will just, I'll let him just run and I'll just shut up and let him talk and we'll go from there. So we'll see if you feel like come back around, what was it, 10-ish? There you are. Oh, 11 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Pacific. We'll do the CML review and with Papa also. So y'all have a great night. Be safe. Love one another. Stay iconic and always remember you deserve to finish your story. Cheers.
Thank you so much for tuning in to another Vibe Tribe production. What's going to happen next time? Well, you're going to have to tune in to find out. But until then, remember, take care of yourself, love one another, and as always, make sure that you keep the good times rolling. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time.